When you sweat, you just don't lose water, you lose electrolytes.
Important nutrients and minerals that your body needs, including magnesium.
Magnesium is the key to good health and disease prevention. Without it, you'll likely have low energy, poor stamina, and weak vitality.
Most people don't get enough magnesium,
And most magnesium supplements are poorly absorbed with little as 4% of the benefits.
but Magnesium 5X is not your average supplement.
It has some of the most bioavailable and highly absorbable forms of magnesium in the world. 5X will help your muscles function, your bones, tooth, tissue development, and heart function, and boost your energy.
Kelly and I are proud to be the official launch partners for SOULLIFE and Magnesium 5X here in America.
Use our code and get $20 off every bottle. Change your life for the better with SOULLIFE.
Change your life for the better with SOULLIFE and Magnesium 5X. Hey guys, this is your Daily Smash for Wednesday, March 27th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
And this is your Reform and Re-Kick. I want to remind everybody that you get your $20 off at checkout, but you got to use our link when you log in, soullife.com/Rick and Kelly. When you get to checkout, buy 2 or more bottles, you should auto order, so you'll get your discount every time. They just come automatically in the mail. But that's where you get your $20 off a bottle.
We just ate all of our Celinda.
Celinda. We're waiting for the Celinda to come in, but Reform and Re-Kick, great for weight loss, and magnesium, great for after workouts.
They need to approve this.
Oh,
Look at my body. I'm 124 pounds. Never in my life have I ever been 124 pounds. And I'm not on Ozempic. I tried Ozempic and I told you guys it didn't work for me. This worked for me. Okay. And I feel my energy's up high. I'm constantly on the move. And especially if you work out like we do, you have got to replenish your minerals.
And these also help you sleep at night, the magnesium.
And how do you lose weight? Sleep.
And exercise and diet.
Exercise and diet, of course.
And get your minerals.
And it's kind of starving yourself. But sleeping is really getting those cortisol levels down. Yeah,
and it reduced your Synthroid by 1/3.
It did.
You were taking more and more Synthroid to combat your Hashimoto's. And once you started taking the minerals, it went down for the first time.
And my doctor knew it. Are you taking minerals? I mean, there's something to like selenium if you have Hashimoto's, thyroid problem. There's something to, and they say, oh, you eat Brazilian nuts. I have eaten Brazilian nut, and I eat 2 of them a day, and nothing has changed my life like this.
And I want to just remind people, this is not a Tylenol that you take when you're not feeling well. This is a wellness company, and this is something you should be taking every day, all of them. So you get your minerals and your nutrients that you're not getting from your food. Want to wish a happy birthday to Catherine Phoebus.
Woo! Happy birthday, Catherine Phoebus.
She wrote and said, my birthday is Wednesday the 27th. Please wish me a happy birthday. I will be excited.
Wishing you the happiest of birthdays.
We hope you're excited.
Yes.
You should be. It's your birthday.
You should be, yeah.
It's a national holiday.
Yeah. You know what they say about birthdays?
What's that?
They say the longer that you live, the more birthdays you have.
You just blew my mind. We have some breaking news.
Something like that.
From the OC tuna melt, Corona Del Mar announced a name change to Corona Del Mar-a-Lago, just in time for the election.
Do you know who just moved to Corona Del Mar? I lived in Corona Del Mar for, I don't know, the last...
Many years?
Over 10 years.
Who just moved there?
David Spade.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's on the ocean? Or overlooking?
He lives right by Jared and Jeremy.
Okay, nice.
The guys that own Too Faced Makeup that sold it for a lot of money.
$1 billion?
More than $1 billion.
You wanted to talk about...
Oh, yeah, Roman James liked it. And Roman James is good friends with Josh Altman. And Josh Altman, I know, and he...
From the Altman brothers?
Yeah, we had like a birthday party, and he was there, and he was like, I'm sorry for what happened to you. And there was a party that they were having here in Corona Del Mar. And
when they opened an office.
When they opened up an office, and they were having something, and Josh Altman said, I can't have her.
because
Me.
Because he doesn't want to be associated with someone who's been associated with conservative voices.
Why are you in Corona Del Corona Del Mar-a-Lago, Josh Altman, and you believe exactly the way I do, and you told me this, and then all of a sudden now I'm like shunned because of you know what? Listen, I get it. I understand. Just like Jeff Lewis didn't want to take a picture with the MAGA hat, okay? You don't want to lose half of your followers. But we're in America.
Yeah.
This is what sets us apart. We can have different issues. We can have different views. But for somebody to hate you for this is what makes America amazing. Because we are allowed to think differently. If we did, then you go live in Russia, go live in China, go live in Cuba, where everybody thinks the same.
Listen, we all learn or should learn from an exchange of ideas. From a difference of opinion, we can gain insight into issues that we might not otherwise have. And if we don't talk to each other, we're not going to gain that insight. We're not going to know more about how other people feel about things. So, yeah, it's important to share ideas. It's important not to lock someone out just because they think differently than you do. You need to discuss why you feel differently, and maybe you'll both learn something from it.
It's disheartening, the hate and the divide that is happening. And just for example, that Anne Marie, it's coming out that
Anna Marie,
she's made sure that
from Beverly
Hills
is saying that she was fired or not brought back because she and her husband have stood up against transgenders competing against women, and also she apparently likes Trump.
Yeah.
And the other women like ganged up and said, we don't want her. She's a Trumper and she's against transgenders competing against women in sports.
Well,
supposedly.
Well, you know what? If my daughter was playing tennis, which she was a tennis player, and was playing with the transgender and he kicked her ass, I would be furious.
You would have something to say about
I would have, or if I was playing against somebody in high school that was transgender, I'm sorry.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Are you going to let women juice? Are you going to let the girls juice so they can have the same? Never. Let's not talk about that here. Let's talk about that on the Rick and Kelly show.
No, I'm just saying, I just find it disgusting and disheartening that these women are like they're so afraid of their jobs. Yeah. They're afraid of their jobs.
Well, why would they care if she felt differently about that thing?
You don't think Kyle Richards, her sister, and Mauricio, they're all conservative. They're all conservative. There's nobody more conservative than Mauricio, okay? And the Kathy Hiltons, they're at Mar-a-Lago all the time. They've said that they are.
Yeah.
Okay? Why are they shunning Anne Marie?
I don't know.
Why?
But I want her to come on our podcast. I really want to talk to her about all this.
She won't respond to me.
Maybe she will. Maybe she's going through a tough time right now. Maybe she's busy. Maybe she's traveling.
Maybe I got a wrong number.
Perhaps. That's a possibility too. We should DM her. We'll DM her and see if that gets a response. She was really nice when we met her.
Yeah. She said she would come on our podcast.
She did say that. You had an experience at cosmetic care that you wanted to share.
Oh my gosh. So I have a girlfriend and she's from Aspen, and she took her stepdaughter to one of these parties, right? It was an engagement party. And the 24-year-old girl was like, I cannot believe that all these women in Newport Beach look alike. And they're like, they look like fembots, okay? And they all end up looking like, they all end up having the big, humongous cheekbones, the buccal fat out, the extensions, the lash extensions, the hair extensions down to here, blonde particularly.
The big lips.
The big blown up lips. And
why
probably
is
a size 0, okay?
And why is
that?
They
all look alike. I call them the fembots.
I like that name.
Because they look like they're from Austin Powers. They all look alike and they all look the same.
Yeah.
Big, huge, blown up lips. And so I did my Botox today, and I was like, when you inject women here in Newport, because they all end up looking the same.
But you're not going to look like that, right?
Well, my lips are real.
Yeah.
These are 100% my lips. Just got some filler here because I don't want to get a facelift.
I don't want you to get a facelift
But I got a little
either.
bit. But I don't have lash extensions. I don't have hair extensions. I'm not a size 0. Like, they all end up. So anyway, I was getting Botox, and I said to Sophia at Cosmetic Care, I said, why is it that all the women here in Newport Beach all end up at 50 years old, all looking the same? Why do they have those big, huge, filled out cheeks and the big, humongous lips, and it kind of like they end up looking like the cat lady?
Yeah.
And she said something really, really interesting to me. And I said, she said, when you do the filters, they come in and they're like, I want to look like my filter. And I'm like, oh,
You know what that is?
I actually do look better in a filter.
You know what that is? Life imitating art.
Yeah.
Life imitating art.
And she goes, and what that is that they don't like the sunken in hollow right here. Mm-hmm. They don't like this look. And when you have the filter, they fill it all in, or they'll get like fat transfer and they'll put it in and they'll make it so it looks like there's nothing here. It just goes here and here.
Uh-huh.
That's fascinating. And I was showing Rick all the girls like that I know that look like that, right?
Yeah.
And I never noticed that's how they get that.
But it's so funny that they want to look like the filtered version of themselves. Like,
yes.
That's funny and sad at the same time. Honey, you're beautiful. Please don't do that stuff. You don't need it. I understand why you want to get your filler occasionally or your Botox.
I never liked filler because it migrates. And Tamara and Vicky said, if you get time to use that facelift, filler's really, really bad for you. Like, they have to it's like, so, it's like a catch-22. Do you want to get a facelift now, or do you want to go do a little bit to keep
Just
it,
don't
prolong it?
Don't do it.
Anyway, I found that shocking today. I found that funny.
You know what else is shocking?
What?
You can get 3 boxes of pickleballs
Oh
for
yeah,
$10.
we have huge bags that we need to get rid of. In
I
How
did a
many
number on the garage today. I missed a couple. I think we have 5 big trash bags full of these boxes. Now, we're selling them at basically a cost. 3 boxes for $10. Get 2 orders of them. You'll get 6 boxes, and you'll have plenty of pickleballs. And they're high-quality balls, and you're getting them for basically $1 a ball. Pink balls.
So
at rickkellyshow.com.
I read Bobby. Bobby is one of our smashers.
Yeah.
She got a whole bunch for her grandkids. Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah.
And I guess we were missing 1 ball.
Oh, yeah. I kept forgetting to write her back.
Bobby,
She wrote
we've
me
been
about
thinking
it.
about you.
I mean, 1 ball, how is that even possible? So one of the boxes was missing a ball, is that what she's saying?
Yes.
But I feel like I put extra boxes in her box to begin with, so she got a lot.
Bobby got a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bobby, for understanding.
Listen, Bobby, if you make another order, it's going to be too crazy to send you 1 pickleball, but I will give you extra balls if you order again. Just
Bobby,
saying.
thanks for that.
Jeanine Edgton said she just read on another site at Luann's show, Heather Dubrow she said Heather Douchebro. Cut in front of about 20 people waiting to go to the ladies' room. And she said she'd pose for pictures after to make everyone happy. Who wants that? The ego of this woman is enormous and getting worse by the day.
I have never seen anything like it in my whole entire life. These women think they're Madonna. These women think that they are, like, remember Up and Adam said, he went to the Bravo, he's like, these girls are like walking in, going like this.
Thinking they're hot shit.
Thinking that they're hot shit. Mm-hmm. This is, Heather Dubrow's ego is so inflated and so, like, ridiculous.
Yeah.
So anyways, I just got a TikToker, my friend Jennifer Davis, she goes, Heather Dubrow is such a douche.
And it was a link.
And there was a link to this TikTok from this Jamie Rice lady.
And she was telling the same story, right?
And she was telling this Jamie Rice was there. And so I called Jeff Lewis and I said, hey, I see you chumming it up with Dubrow. And he's like, yeah, I actually had a really nice time.
He was sitting next to her at that show.
He was sitting next. He was like, I really had a good time with her. I'm like, oh yeah, right. You really had a good. He's like, no, I did. And then I said, well, I heard, because somebody else wrote this. Was it Snarky Enema that wrote us about Heather Dubrow, douchebag bro? And so I said to him, I'm like, did she really do that? And he's like, I think it might be a rumor. And then I'm getting all these TikTokers that were on there. They were saying this did indeed happen. Okay, first of all, for her to, so let's tell everybody what happened, what she did, according to all these Jamie Rice and everybody.
Well, I just did. She supposedly walked past a line of women waiting for the ladies' room, cut in front of all of them, and then offered to take selfies with people as
if she was
Michael
Jackson.
Yeah.
As if she was like Jennifer Aniston. Are you kidding me?
No, I'll take a picture of you.
You are a failed actress that went to reality, okay? Like anybody, like me, even anybody with half a brain can be a reality star. Like, it is so ridiculous.
I don't want to talk about her anymore.
How gross. She's gross.
Snarky Enigma. I said it right this time. Snarky Enigma.
What did I call her?
I said last time Snarky Enema.
No, you didn't.
I did like a couple of weeks ago. Snarky Enigma said, I never liked Jill Zarin on Roni, but I did enjoy her in the Berkshires at Slorinda's girls trip. He doesn't think she should have been paid what the other veterans were being paid.
I got a lot of that.
But I got to say, we interviewed Jill Zarin. She was fascinating and honest and had some really interesting things to say. And I have another clip, actually.
Well, Jill Zarin thought that legacy was boring and awful, right? I got a lot of those.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I did too.
I enjoyed watching that legacy.
We watched it together, and I thought it was entertaining.
I thought it was very entertaining.
But according to Jill, they had a pact going in where they weren't going to attack each other because they were going to get paid the same either way, and they didn't want to give Bravo that fake drama or whatever that they thought they were looking for.
I enjoyed it. I don't understand why everybody else thought it was boring.
Well, this is another clip from our interview. The full interview, almost an hour long, is going to be on our Patreon this week, The Rick and Kelly Show on patreon.com. Here's more from Jill Zarin.
They're setting Shannon Bedore up for to go nuts, okay? Like
this season, are they I don't know where they are in Orange County. Are they filming now?
They're filming now. So she was with this guy named John Jansen for 4 years, and he dumped her, and now is going out with Alexis Bellino, who was and
I heard that.
And everyone's like, Bravo's doing this on purpose, and isn't that a hostile work environment? Like, I don't know. Like
why are you shaking your head?
First of all, it's a volunteer job, okay? And they get paid a hell of a lot of money.
Right.
Hell of a lot of money. They're not paid like what I was paid, $5,000 for the whole season.
They're getting paid close to $1 million a year.
Right. So I don't want to hear any complaining on their part. So don't do it. Someone else will take the million. So,
right.
And by the way, isn't this like adult Vanderpump Rules?
It is.
This is like the grown-up version because they're in their 20s and 30s. This is in like the 40s and 50s. It's Vanderpump Rules with the swapping and the boyfriend and the cheating, all of it.
Right.
Like Vanderpump, right? Isn't it?
Right.
Well, Shannon Bedore did reach out to me.
She did.
She texted me, remember? She told me she got back to me about Jolie. So that was nice.
Which is nice.
That was nice. That was nice.
What do you think about what she said about Shannon, like that it's a volunteer job? She doesn't have to do it, but she kind of does, right?
Well,
and she needs that income.
She needs that income.
Yeah.
What else is she going to do? Where in the world would she make close to $1 million anywhere else? What skill set does she have?
I don't know.
I mean, her business is like bleeding her dry, allegedly. I don't know where she would make that kind of money.
I don't think she
anywhere
can.
else. I don't think she has the skill set to.
Not everyone is as talented as you, babe.
I don't make that.
Well, you're doing well for yourself.
I'm knocking it. I'm trying. Thank you to you guys.
Yeah, thanks guys for your support.
Thank you.
Zarin also said some things about Andy Cohen that I found compelling and the future of the Housewives franchise. You'll get all that on our Rick and Kelly Show this week on Patreon. I wanted to talk about this Reel of the Day. the top 10 overrated vacation cities in America. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
These are the top 10 most overcrowded and overrated vacation cities in the United States. At number 10 is Miami, especially the beaches. At 9 is Honolulu and Waikiki Beach. If you are going to Hawaii, pick another island to visit, not this overcrowded spot. At 8 is San Francisco. While it has some beautiful spots, many people come to find an unsafe, crime-ridden city. This one may be a shock, but New York City is so popular for what? It is dirty and expensive. At 6, many people claim Los Angeles is one of the most overrated cities in the world. Do you agree? At 5 is Clearwater Beach in Florida. For some reason, everyone flocks to this one, making it the most overcrowded beach in the state. At number 4, Atlantic City in New Jersey is completely past its prime and has lost all its magic. Speaking of magic, Orlando, Florida is one of the most visited cities on Earth, but many people have left without feeling any magic. At 2, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, is one giant tourist trap of a city. And the most overrated tourist city in the United States, Las Vegas. Have you ever visited any of these cities? Did you feel like they were overrated?
I have to say, Miami to me is overrated.
I've been to all those cities.
I've been to all those cities too. I've been
have.
to every single one of those cities. And I 100% agree with everything on there.
I pretty much agree with it too. I mean, LA sucks. New York has a lot to offer, but it is overpriced and very crowded.
But what's there to do? Like, I don't like New York at all. I think it's disgusting.
Well,
I do think
great museums.
I think San Francisco is way prettier than New York City.
I agreed, but New York offers a lot in the way of culture, theater, music, museums. You know, there's a lot to see and do in New York, but I feel bad for Atlantic City. I do. I used to go there a lot to gamble, and it is a dump, and it has seen far better days. And I feel bad. I don't want to say it's a dump, but it's not great.
I did this meet and greet in Clearwater with Sonia Morgan.
Yeah.
And that's when I met with Harry. Harry
Yeah.
took me around Clearwater.
Yeah.
It was a pretty place. I liked it. Yeah,
I was there for a
I don't really
hurricane.
care for Hawaii that much.
Yeah.
I agree with everything on there.
Okay.
And Miami to me is too expensive.
It is. It's ridiculous. Like
And-
they charge
and I
$30,
feel-
$40 for a drink. It's like, what are you doing? Why?
Right.
Why?
Right. $40 for a drink.
Yeah.
In Miami.
Okay, well, those are your top 10 most overrated vacation cities
Okay,
in
what do you
America.
think is the best city then in the United States to go
Newport
to?
Beach.
Newport Beach,
I mean, this is a pretty awesome place.
isn't it?
For a big city to visit, for I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for.
Isn't it funny?
Nashville's kind of
Well, you know,
fun.
you just see what politics can destroy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what happens with San Francisco, the most beautiful city, I think, in the United States of America? I
would agree.
I would say the topography, the buildings,
Mm-hmm.
everything there, it's just gorgeous. San
Yeah.
Francisco is just by far, bar none, the prettiest. It's the politics that has made everything crime-ridden, the drugs, homelessness, you know,
the robberies and the blatant theft and all the stores closing.
that's politics for you.
Yeah.
Destroyed that city.
I'm going to get a little serious in the news now.
In the news.
Just an update on that Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse you may have heard about in Baltimore. A cargo ship, fully loaded, went right into the bridge and took it down. At least 6 construction workers were killed in that incident. And cars went in the water. And the port of Baltimore, which is one of the busiest, is closed. They do $80 billion a year in cargo. They're calling it a major disaster. And they don't know when it's going to be able to reopen.
Oh my God! Wait, so there was just a container ship
Yeah.
just rammed right into it?
Yeah.
Were they not like what was that? Like were they not paying attention? Like
Yeah,
what happened there?
Well, apparently they're Indian crew members on the shipping vessel Dolly.
From India?
They're Indian crew members, but they were they were going to Sri Lanka. It was a 28-day voyage, and they were going down and around South Africa to avoid the Red Sea and the Houthis, the rebels. They're like pirates. So they were all worried about that, and they were, I guess, changing their route. But it didn't include driving into a bridge. So they did a lot of damage. The Port of Baltimore is the nation's leading import and export site for cars, light trucks, sugar, and gypsum. They moved 52.3 million tons of foreign cargo in 2023. Can you imagine? So
Did you know that about Baltimore?
I did not know. And I grew up in Maryland. I grew up in Silver Spring. I didn't know that port was that busy. But it's a major disaster, and we wish the best to everyone who was involved.
Look at those pictures.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy. If I was still in New York working for Fox, they probably would have sent me down to Baltimore to cover that.
Oh my God.
That's the kind of incident that I would respond to, and then be tasked with reporting on it for days, if not weeks, depending on the extent of it.
Can I tell everybody about your good news?
No, you can't. Not yet. Not yet. Thank you.
I'm so proud of him.
Oh, thank you,
I can't
baby.
wait. I love this.
I have to wait until the powers that be are ready to discuss it.
Oh, okay.
But we do have very good news coming. So thank you, honey. That's so sweet that you.
Because you just make me so happy. You do.
I'm gonna miss this lady.
I know. I'm gonna miss you too. I haven't been away from you at all.
I know. I like it like that.
I know. Me too.
I like having you by my side all the time.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
All right. Well, that's our smash for today. We appreciate you very much, and we'll be back here with another edition
Yes.
tomorrow.
Thank you guys for everything.
Have a great day.